everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ashley. I moved to Paris about 5 years ago to pursue my dream of becoming a perfumer. I became a classically trained perfumer and graduated from ISIPCA, and now I work as an apprentice perfumer at Givaudan, which creates 33% of the fragrances in the world. On this channel, I like to give you completely unbiased and informed fragrance reviews by a classically trained perfumer. So I've been talking a lot on my channel lately about New Year's resolutions, and something I discovered this week is that apparently today or tomorrow, January 16th or 17th, is when like half of people give up their New Year's resolutions. It happens this fast. Apparently this is when gyms begin to see a decline in attendance, and so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to share with you guys invigorating and refreshing scents to help you keep your New Year's resolutions and hopefully start a habit to get to the gym, to focus on your health. Something that's really interesting is that fragrance can actually really help us in our lives, and we're starting to do more research in that area. A lot of people think it's just essential oils that can help you feel calm, all these like natural properties, and that if it's not natural, it's not having this effect. But there's more and more research that synthetics can have the exact same effect of improving your mood and making you happy, calming you down, and a myriad of other things. I'm definitely not saying perfume is medicine by any means, but I think when it comes to keeping to our resolutions and trying to stay committed to an exercise, I know for me it's really a challenge. I don't exercise as much as I like, but I did find that having a designated exercise fragrance, something really bright and really energizing, just putting it on makes me want to go for a run, and I really think you guys should try it. For me, it's Angel Nova, so it's obviously a feminine fragrance, but here I'm going to give you my top 5 men's fragrances that I find energizing and invigorating. The projection on them is going to range from moderate to long lasting, because your workout, you know, it's probably only going to be an hour. So every fragrance on this list will last at least 4 hours, but I didn't make them all beast mode because for the purpose, it's not so necessary. And what we really want here is fragrances that are going to give you that boost, that you're going to smell it and you're going to say, yes, I'm ready to tackle this day. I'm ready to go to the gym or go for my run. And so I really hope this works as well for you guys as it does for me. And of course, all of these fragrances also smell really good if you just want to smell some fresh and invigorating, mood boosting, energizing fragrances. This is all good. All these fragrances smell amazing because you don't have to choose. It'll fill really different caveats within your fragrance wardrobe. So the first fragrance that I'm going to talk about is Oud Bergamot by Jo Malone. And let me tell you, Jo Malone did not come to play when they did their Oud series. I really love a lot of the Ouds that they do, but I really love Oud Bergamot because it's not a pairing you see very often. It's very often. It's a very straightforward fragrance. It is just Oud and bergamot. It's a really clean oud, a very Western oud. It's not going to be this very animalic oud. It's just kind of like a dark, woody fragrance, and then it really enhances the brightness of the bergamot. And a lot of citrus fragrances, as I'm sure many of you are aware, don't last very well, but here it really helps the bergamot stay really bright and cheery the whole time. And I find this fragrance puts me in such a good mood. And I think, again, because of the longevity, you know, it's going to keep you smelling fresh during your exercising, but it's also going to give you that mood boost. And it's a fragrance that you can use to kind of associate with exercising. And of course, you know, you could do this with existing fragrances already in your wardrobe, and you can just use this list as inspiration. So maybe you don't have Oud Bergamot, but maybe you have something similar to something else on this list. Next on my list is L'Homme à la Rose by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. What's great about this fragrance is the reason I chose a rose fragrance as my personal exercise fragrances is I think I actually need to be seduced into exercising, and there's no note quite as seductive as rose. And so here you have a fragrance that's rose paired with grapefruit, and at the base you have a little bit of amber. So you have the rose so that you get to smell something really beautiful while you go and work out. And this is also quite a luxury fragrance. And then you have the grapefruit that really lifts this rose into something bright and invigorating to get you going. So again, it fits this kind of niche perfectly. You have moderate projection on this and moderate longevity, 4 to 6 hours. It's not beast mode, but it's gonna get you through your day and it's gonna get you through your workout, and you're gonna smell as fresh as a rose. The next on my list is a classic citrus fragrance. It's Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford, which was also on my favorite men's fragrances for summer list, and is a super popular fragrance that if you are an enthusiast, you might already have in your collection. This fragrance starts with a myriad of citruses, a bunch of different citruses. So you have lemon, you have mandarin, you have orange, you have bergamot, so you have the energizing there. It has a floral heart, so you have neroli, orange flower, and then at your base you have amber and some cedar and some sandalwood, a mix of woods. There's also an herbal component with some rosemary and lavender. So this is more of a traditional style cologne. You really have the traditional cologne structure here with your herbs, a little bit of floral, and a little bit of citruses. But what's special about it is a lot of colognes are very fleeting, and with this fragrance you get much better longevity. You get 4 to 6 hours instead of 15 minutes. So it'll serve to energize you for the duration of your workout. Up next at number 2, if citruses really aren't your thing, but you want an energizing workout fragrance, I highly recommend Spicebomb by Viktor and Rolf. What spice isn't in this fragrance? It really is a huge melange of different spices. You have cinnamon, you have saffron, there's tobacco, there's pink pepper. Again, a lot of different spices. Also, I don't know if you guys are trying to smell sexy at the gym. I don't know your lives. This is also a super sexy fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance, but it is very invigorating and really energizing. Very good projection and longevity. I think this is more 8 to 10 hours, at least on me. Also a great signature scent. So if you're just picking a signature scent and you want to incorporate exercise as part of the new year, part of your lifestyle, an absolute great pick, and really just one of the greatest modern fragrances of fragrance releases in the past 10 years. So unique, so good. I could talk about Spicebomb all day. It's an amazing fragrance. Last on my list is the original Dior Homme Sport. And the reason I say original is because very soon, if it hasn't already, a new Dior Homme Sport is coming out. So I'm referring to the version that was released in 2017, I believe. And this version is a mix of citruses like grapefruit paired with spices like pink pepper on a base of a fresh creamy wood of sandalwood. And this fragrance is amazing. You really have to smell it for yourself. I would say it's a citrus wood. Pink pepper has something in common with elemi, where it's quite a bright spice. It's not a spice like you would think in cinnamon or anything like that. It's a very refreshing spice. So I think this is really pushed more into the citrus woods category than anything else. And it's a great fragrance because, again, like what we saw with Oud Bergamot, these woods really boost the citruses. It makes it a much longer lasting fragrance while keeping the citruses very bright and keeping you happy and invigorated, energized, and ready to tackle your workout. So it's a great fragrance for the gym. Yes, it's definitely good to try and smell an original version soon, because at least for me, it was kind of confusing when they did this previously with Dior Homme, and then the Dior Homme that launched in 2020, it got a bit confusing, and because the bottles were the same, but then one said original, and so try and smell the Dior Homme Sport before the new one comes on the market, because if it's anything like the original Dior Homme, they're gonna smell super different. Doesn't mean that the new one's gonna smell bad, but probably different. So let me know if you wear fragrance to the gym, because I'm very curious about this. For a long time, I didn't see the point in wearing fragrance when I exercised, because I was gonna get like sweaty anyways, and you know, you wear deodorant that has a fragrance, and I found it to really be a game changer adding fragrance to my workout. So I'd love to know your experiences with this, and if you do wear a fragrance to work out, what fragrance is it? I wish you all the best with your New Year's resolutions, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone!